Hello there, hello. Thank you for tuning into this video from the Honest Fake O. That's me, Emily Payne, and author of Sex is Hard Work. I designed and drew the cover. Tool belt, Sex is Hard Work. Tool belt. Thank you. That's available on Amazon. My memoir. Look, it's not very long. You can get through that in about 2 hours. So it's no bother to you. Now, it depends how fast you read, obviously. This video, please subscribe, share, click, subscribe, all that business, please. Thank you. This video is about a request that I've had quite a lot. I had an email, a text or an email, can't remember, a text saying, hello Gina, that's the name I work under as a sex worker. At the minute, I've had loads of different names for various reasons. As for names, I just plucked them out of the sky. There's no thought behind it. I've been Vanessa, Angelina, been Gina a couple of times. There's been a few other ones as well, can't remember. But I just picked the first nice sounding name that comes to mind, really. There's no rhyme or reason. Camellia once. Camellia. Oh, because I wanted to type in Amelia, but my finger slipped and I ended up Camellia and I'd already pressed enter or whatever. So I ended up being Camellia. It doesn't matter though, I didn't care, because it doesn't matter, does it? It's just a made up name. And you might think, well, you're being so public, why do you need a made up name to be a sex worker? Especially you, because you've written your book, you've written a one woman show, you go around giving talks on sex work. They're very good talks, in demand. And you do this YouTube thing. It's never been a secret, but it's just the kind of thing that all sex workers do, is have a pseudonym. It kind of gives you a bit of distance. I don't really care. I mean, when clients pay by bank transfer, I have to give them my name so it goes through. They need a name. So I don't mind them knowing my name, but it's just you don't know who these men are. Do you know what I mean? And I've had a bit of weirdness in my time as a sex worker, stalkers and things, and men getting like too into you and getting a bit weird. So it's just that little bit of distance. You might as well have a false name. It doesn't matter what they call you, really. Anyway, so this video is not about false names. It's about this man texted us and said, I see on your profile that you are bisexual. Would you see a trans girl? And I thought, well, okay, it has got that I'm bisexual on my profile. I'm not, but you put a lot of old crap on your profile just to get work. It's more titillating to them if they think you're bisexual. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yes, I've ticked bisexual. Would you see a trans girl? I thought the use of the word girl always irritates me, unless somebody's like 14. She's not a girl. But the thing is, I've done this job a long time. And first of all, I think you're bisexual, so would you see a trans girl? A trans girl's a boy / man. So why would I need to be bisexual to see what is still in effect male? But obviously some people or live under the delusion that you can actually change sex, but I'm not. So that's by the bypass. And so I said no, because the thing of it is, I knew what was going to come next. I've done this a million times. I've been through this situation a few times. And what that trans girl would have been a trans escort, would have been a sex worker. I know that I would bet every penny I've got on that, right? What they believe is, what they think is that I don't get paid by that trans escort. You know what I mean? If you expect me to have sex with somebody, they pay. So he would have to have paid, the client, and this trans girl would have to have paid me. I'm not going to have sex with some random trans girl. I don't care if she is an escort. I don't care. 6 and 2 3s to me. I don't care. They pay me. So you can't ask another escort to pay another escort. Do you know what I mean? It negates them getting paid in the first place. And it would have been, and I guarantee you, it would have been a trans escort, right? I mean, straight men don't just sort of befriend trans girls and get into threesomes with them. In their dreams they do. In reality, no. That will have been a trans escort. And you know what? And the reason I turned the job down, I was in a bit of a bad mood, not unsurprisingly for me. But I turned it down because it's just too much faff. It's too. Well, it wasn't really the fact that it was a trans girl. I don't really care about any of that. I'm anti-faff. I'm not anti-trans girls. I'm not anti sort of weird sexual setups. I am anti-faff. These days. I am very much bookers. Answer me questions. Tell us when, where, how long. Don't ramble on. And right, you're booked. I'll see you there. Fuckers, peers, fuckers, go. You know, I could have that printed on a t-shirt. That if I've got a dictum, that's my dictum. So, and that just sounded faffy to me. This whole trans girl thing. Not interested. I don't do faff these days. I'll just not book a job in if they're faffing about. I haven't got the puff for it these days. I really haven't. But I just thought it was just stupid. This is the nonsensical crap they come out with. I say you're bisexual. Would you say you're trans girl? Well, you know, like logically speaking, yeah, I would, because that's a boy. I'm using boy girl because he used girl. I mean, I don't go around saying boys. I've got my age limit. My age limit cut off is 26. I don't see anybody under 26. And to be fair, I was thinking of raising it to 30, but that seemed a bit extreme. But I'm coming up 51. Do you know what I mean? And somebody under 26, that's pushing it 26. They're like bairns. They're like kids. They're a completely different generation. I ain't getting down and dirty with them. No way. They're like kids. And the thing of it is, when I tell them that, because I get lots of requests from very young men saying, oh, I'm 19, I'm 21, and they tell us how old they are, so they drop themselves in it, because they don't read the profile. It's got on my profile, I don't see anybody under 26, so they drop themselves in it, and all they're doing is showing us that they haven't bothered to read my profile, which I find really rude, and very time-wasterish. And if I do get into it with them, they always presume it's because they think that he won't satisfy me. Oh, he's so young and inexperienced. He won't satisfy me. No, it's just vile. Having sex with like a 22-year-old. No, that's creepy. So I introduced and like I say, like they're all convinced that we as sex workers, this is our sex life, we're getting off on it, that we're looking for sex the same way as they're looking for sex. No way. I'm looking for money, and that's it. Full stop. There's always, I can't reiterate enough, there's always a practical reason behind whatever I do in sex work. There's a practical reason. Never a one about enjoying myself or some kind of sexual satisfaction. What has that got to do with the job of being a prostitute? I ask you now. Answers on a postcard, please. So, yes, that's my little rant for today. Goodbye.